You felt it shift. Something changed between you. She's distant now, cold even, and you don't know why. You're watching someone slip away and it's tearing you apart. If this message resonates, subscribe, because what I'm sharing today isn't common advice. It's the truth most men never hear. Let's talk about what really happened. She didn't just lose interest randomly. Women don't disconnect for no reason. Something inside her shifted, and that shift started with you. Not because you're broken, not because you're unworthy, but because you stopped being the man she met. You became someone else, someone reactive, someone available all the time, someone who needed her validation, and that killed the attraction. Attraction isn't built on effort. It's built on energy. It's built on presence, on the man who knows himself, the man who doesn't bend. When she pulls away emotionally, she's testing something. She's checking if you'll collapse, if you'll chase, if you'll beg for her attention. Most men fail this test immediately. They panic. They send long texts. They ask what's wrong constantly. They try to fix it with words. And every message pushes her further away because she's not looking for explanations. She's looking for your strength. She wants to see if you're still the man, the one who doesn't need her, the one who chooses her. There's a difference. Needing her means you collapse without her. Choosing her means you're whole either way. Women are drawn to the second, repelled by the first. So when she goes cold, your instinct is wrong. Your instinct says, pursue, fix it, talk it out. But that's not what rekindles anything. What brings her back is your absence of fear, your ability to let her go, not as a strategy, not as a manipulation, but as a real grounded decision. You have to be willing to lose her. That's the only way she comes back, because when you're willing to lose her, you become valuable again. You become the man she can't predict, the man she can't control, and that creates desire. Desire isn't logical. It's not about being nice or being there all the time. It's about uncertainty mixed with respect. It's about a man who has options, who has purpose, who doesn't orbit her emotions. When she pulls away, she's watching. She's seeing what you do. Do you crumble? Do you get needy? Do you become bitter? Or do you keep walking forward? Do you focus on your mission? Do you stay grounded in yourself? That's what she's measuring. And most men don't even realize it. They think it's about love, about showing her they care. But she already knows you care. That's not the issue. The issue is she doesn't respect you anymore. And without respect, there's no attraction. You can't love someone you don't respect. Women especially can't. So the question becomes, how did you lose her respect? You probably started prioritizing her over yourself. You dropped your hobbies, your friends, your goals. You made her the center of your world. And she felt the weight of that. It's suffocating. It's pressure. It's not attractive. A woman wants to be part of your life, not the entirety of it. When you make her your mission, she feels it and she pulls back because deep down, she knows you're lost. And she can't respect a lost man, even if she loves him. So you have to rebuild yourself, not for her, for you. That's the only path forward. You go back to your purpose. You reconnect with your discipline. You start training again. You start building again. You stop checking her social media. You stop waiting for her texts. You stop living in her emotional weather. And you create your own climate. You become unmovable, not cold, not distant out of spite, but grounded in your own worth. When you do this, something shifts in her. She starts to feel your absence, not just physically, energetically. She notices you're not chasing anymore. You're not reacting to her moods. You're not trying to win her back. And that creates a question in her mind. Did I lose him? That question is powerful because it makes her reconsider. It makes her remember who you were, the version of you she was drawn to, the man who had his own life, his own direction, the man who didn't need her approval. But here's the hard truth. You can't fake this. You can't pretend to move on while secretly obsessing. She'll feel it. Women sense inauthenticity instantly. You have to actually let go. You have to actually mean it. And that requires real inner work. It requires you to face why you became needy, why you lost yourself, why you gave her all the power. Most men avoid this. They want the quick fix. the trick, the line to say, but there is no trick. There's only transformation. You have to become the man again, the one who doesn't collapse, the one who knows his value. And when you do that, you might realize something. You might not even want her back because you'll see the relationship clearly. You'll see where you compromised, where you shrunk, where you betrayed yourself. And you'll understand that real love doesn't require that. Real partnership is two whole people, not two halves trying to complete each other. So whether she comes back or not becomes irrelevant because you're building yourself either way. You're reclaiming your respect, your identity, your mission. And that's the paradox. The moment you stop needing her return, she often does. Because you've become attractive again. You've become the mystery, the challenge, the man she has to earn, not the man begging for scraps. But you can't do this halfway. You can't pull back for a week and expect results. This is a full reset, a complete shift in how you see yourself and how you move through the world. It's about rejecting the idea that your worth comes from her. It's about anchoring into something deeper, your purpose, your standards, your self-respect. When you operate from that place, everything changes. Your texts change, your energy changes, your presence changes. You stop being the guy who's always available. You become the guy who has boundaries, who says no, who walks away when disrespected. And women feel that. It registers at a primal level. This is a man who values himself. This is a man I could lose. And that creates the tension attraction needs, not games. Not manipulation, just real grounded self-worth. Now let's address the other side. Sometimes she's gone for good. Sometimes the connection is truly over, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you failed. It means it ran its course. People grow, people change, sometimes in different directions, and forcing it only creates resentment. So you have to be okay with the end. You have to accept that some chapters close, and that's not a loss. It's a redirect towards something better aligned, towards someone who sees your value, who respects your path, who doesn't pull away when things get real, but you only attract that when you've done the work, when you've rebuilt yourself from the inside, when you're no longer desperate, no longer seeking validation, no longer afraid of being alone. Being alone isn't the enemy. Losing yourself is. And most men lose themselves trying to keep someone. They sacrifice their identity, their mission, their backbone, and they wonder why she left. She left because you left yourself first. She just followed your lead. So the way back isn't through her. It's through you. You reclaim your time, your focus, your energy. You stop giving it away for free. You stop being the emotional cushion, the therapist, the always available support. You become selective, intentional. You protect your peace, and you only let in what adds value. That's not arrogance. That's self-respect. And it's magnetic because most people don't have it. Most people are reactive, living in other people's frames, seeking approval, avoiding rejection. But you're not most people. You're the man who chose himself, who walked away from what didn't serve him, who built something real. And that man doesn't beg. He doesn't chase. He doesn't convince. He simply exists in his power. And the right people feel it. They're drawn to it. They respect it. So if she's pulling away right now, let her. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Let the distance grow. Use it as fuel. Use it to remember who you are, to rebuild what you lost, to become someone you're proud of, not for her, for you, because at the end of the day, that's all you have. Your integrity, your word, your self-respect. Don't trade that for anyone, not even someone you love. Love without respect is empty. It's codependency. It's need disguised as connection. Real love is two strong people choosing each other, not two broken people clinging. So be strong first, be whole first, be the man first, and then see what happens. Maybe she comes back different. Maybe she doesn't come back at all. Either way, you win because you didn't lose yourself. You didn't compromise. You didn't beg. You stood firm. And that's worth more than any relationship. That's your foundation, your non-negotiable, the thing no one can take from you. So start today. Cut the neediness, stop the overthinking, get back to your mission, train your body, build your